Okay, so oh shit, it's fucking tilted. No. There we go. Alright. Hola guys, what's up? Back at it again with another video for you guys. We're about to do a paint chat, a paint session with you guys. So I'm really about to serve you guys some really crazy artwork right now. It is ridiculous. I have my artist craft, my Craft Smart, not artist craft, different brand. My Craft Smart, my super cheap acrylic paints that I use, and I have my my all whites. I always need an all white and a black. And today was going to be a really relaxing video. I don't want to get too crazy because it's only going to be like an hour. No more, no less. Okay. I just had to turn that on real quick. Because I spilled water everywhere. Can you exit? Alright, like, it's been done. But what's up, guys? Y'all already know, like, this is gonna be a long ass video, so be ready for the chats. Be ready for the chats. I have this on so I could see the fucking. Oh, by the way, like, I got my teeth removed, my wisdom teeth, and let me tell you something. This shit ain't no joke. This shit ain't no motherfucking joke. So I have a couple, I have a good amount of topics I want to talk about today. I had attempted to do a video, a paint sesh, and I did make some more artwork. But the problem with that was, I just said a lot of shit that I was like, you know what? Let's not say that. Let's keep it cute. So for that reason, I didn't upload it. And I know it's probably gonna be like, this video is already off to a long start, so let's just rewind and bring this back. So hey guys, what's up? Today I'm doing a paint sesh. I have my Craft Smart acrylic paints. I have bought the 36 pack from Michael's, and I also got like this big jug of white and this thing of black. So I'm gonna really like the last paint sesh I did a watercolor. So for this one, I wanted to go and do a acrylic / watercolor. I definitely want to do more acrylic. So I'm gonna do like my base, and I'm gonna use pastel colors. Pastel colors are my favorite colors to use. Ooh, the white is leaking out of this. This is crazy. When did this happen? But like, we're gonna talk about a few different things, and ooh, that's gross. Come on, seriously? That's annoying. Gross. Not really, it's just paint. But I'm not gonna try to make this video like an hour long. I don't think I can finish this painting in an hour. So if anything, I'll show you the aftermath, or like, you guys can follow me on Instagram if you want, at Prismatics. but this is already like on a tangent. But yeah, I just, you know, like when I originally made this, I made a different painting. It was kind of a sketch, and I just painted it. It wasn't nothing more elaborate. Like this one actually took time and like sketched something. I came up with a little bit of a concept of like drug use and stuff like that. And I want to talk about a lot of things because in my last video where I was like, don't let other people stop it from being happy, you know, a lot of things happen on that weekend. Okay, you see what I mean? Like, ugh. Alright, I'm just gonna use this little white for now until I sort out this big white because I can't. But a lot of things happened on Pride Week and it was fun. Ooh, also, like, I got my wisdom teeth removed, so everything is just like intense pain right now. Intense pain. And I just can't fucking take it. Realistically, I cannot fucking take it. It hurts so much. I gotta take more painkillers. But I'm not near any right now. So, you know, I gotta suck it up. But, you know, I went to Pride. It was fun. And I kind of and this is going to be a disclaimer video because I don't want people thinking I'm endorsing anything or anything like that, because we're going to be talking about a lot of different forms of like addiction and things like that, and things that affect people and like make people do things that they should or shouldn't, you know, on their own inhibitions. But I took a few things when I was at Pride, things that like certain things that I already like am knowledgeable of, and there's like new things that I did. So if anybody doesn't know what MDMF is, it's Molly. And you know, like, what, like, I can't believe I've been talking about this, but like, what's kind of like inspired this kind of thing inside me, like invoked this this feeling. I was just like, you know what, I was watching Elite, and they do a lot of drugs in that show. Like, there's a lot of sex, there's a lot of is that a mosquito? Hold on, y'all, I gotta, bitch, don't try to bite me. But there's like a lot of drugs in it, a lot of sex, a lot of violence. But like, the show is so good, y'all. I fucking love that show. And some of y'all might come for me, but like, that's kind of what like inspired me. I was like, you know what, like, I want to try some of the shit they're doing. And I don't want this to be like a video of me encouraging people. Like, I really don't, like, take what you will from this video. That's really like what I can tell you. Like, I don't want this to be like, you know, I'm telling you to do certain things. Like, don't, like, I'm a whole grown ass adult and I make my own decisions, and you know, hopefully you're an adult too. I would hope. But and even if you're like young and, you know, under the age and things like that, it's always good to just be knowledgeable of things, because like, before I even decided I was gonna take it, and it wasn't even like a crazy experience, because I took it in like little doses. I didn't take it like a whole pill, because at the end of the day, I didn't know what I was gonna get myself into, and I wasn't with like a lot of like friends that I knew. I was mainly with like acquaintances and then people that I recently just met. So therefore, I'm not gonna go all out around people that I don't know, because at the end of the day, like, I don't know how this is gonna affect me. So I still have to be like careful. Because my one friend that lives in a city, she really wasn't like able to come. So it was just like, all right, like, I'm gonna chill out, and I'll take it in like in strides. You do it in strides. You see how it makes you feel, and then from that, you you um you gauge it, right? Because I feel like, because when I was reading up on like taking it and things like that, a lot of people, some people were like, they took the whole thing, and some people were like, well, I took half, and then the next half, and X, Y, and Z. And at the end of the day, like, since I wasn't really around a lot of people that I knew, I was familiar with, like, if my friend was there, I would have took the whole shit, like, no funny, I would have. But she wasn't, and therefore, I'm not, I still have to be responsible for myself. Like, yes, I'm having fun, I'm getting crazy, and I'm enjoying this moment, but, like, we're not gonna be stupid and do shit that we've never done before, and we don't know how it's gonna affect us. Like, I could drink. I'm definitely, I can handle my liquor. I'm not a drinker. Like, I don't go out to drink. In fact, I don't do a lot of things unless it's an occasional thing. And I think that's kind of like why I'm comfortable, like, experimenting with certain things, because I know, like, I'm not gonna go home and be like, yo, I want this right now. Like, I'm just not like that. I've never, like, seeked out a drug dealer or nothing like that, or like watch this video get, like, YouTube banned. Hopefully it doesn't. But I don't seek out, like, things like that. I really don't. I just, I'm kind of chill. And, like, my friend kind of put me onto edibles. And even then, like, and when I went on a trip with a couple friends, and I had a few edibles, and it was crazy. Like, it was a really crazy experience. I've had edibles before, but, like, the first time I ever taken like an edible, it was like a friend from work, like a coworker, and she she like got this shit. I don't know who she got it from, but like she got it, and then it was like her last day, and I didn't even get to see her like for the last time. And it was like, I was kind of sad, because I'm like, damn, she was pretty dope. But I was with my other coworkers, and they gave it to me. They're like, well, this is what we're taking. And so I was like, okay, like, cool, I'll hold on to it, and when I get home, I'll try it. So lo and behold, I get home, and I was like, because I'm like new to this, and I don't do shit like often, so I'm just like, okay, like, I'll try it. So I took it, and I think for like 20 minutes I stayed up, and I was like, well, it's not doing anything. So I went to bed, and then I woke up, I think like an hour later, everything was everywhere. Like, literally, everything looked like this paint. Like, how it's like blended in and shit like that. Like, that's how everything looked for like the whole time I was like tripping off this shit. I was like, what the frigger frack is going on? Like, this is crazy. And it was just crazy. And I think like, and I haven't like done any like, and that was like a year and a half since I went on this trip, and then I took some again. But like, that was kind of the second time I took it was like accident. I didn't even know it was a fucking edible. But like, even like between that time period that I experienced that, I wasn't like, oh, like, let me go get some edibles. Like, I'm just not like that. I'm really like an occasional person. Like, I just can't do things on a repeat level. It's just not my thing. And some people are like that. They'll take it like multiple times a day and things like that, depending. And I just feel like I don't want to get stuck in that kind of realm of usage. But for some people, like, they're okay with it, and they're fine, and they have control. But me, bitch, I don't know. I really don't know. But you know, fast forward back to the Molly situation. It, like, in hindsight, I kind of wish I had done it like the whole thing and like fuck it. But like I had to really be in like the right situation to even like consider that, which I wasn't. But it is what it is at this point. But I'm not. Like, I don't want people to think that, and not necessarily about me or what people think about me. I just don't want people to think. I want people to think for like themselves and get like their own ideas and how certain things work and things like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just take my opinion for it. Do your research, because I had to do my research too before I even decided I was like gonna do this. Because at the end of the day, you have to, like, you only get one life, so you can't really just be putting anything and everything inside of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, you gotta know a little bit first. But that was like my little drug rant on taking drugs and whatever. Like I said, like, I'm not the person to really like get hooked on shit, but like certain things like that, I always like. I think I'm more curious to try because I know. I think I just know. Like, I won't seek it after the fact. Like, I won't go after it. Like, oh, I need to do this again. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not. It's very rare of me to even be in like that state of mind where I'm like, I gotta go get it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not like that. Just not like that. But I bring that up to say this because I'm gonna segue into like other forms of addiction, because oof, bitch, there was like a time, and I don't want to say like I was like a sex addict or anything like that, but we were definitely as in we, I mean me. Because there was times like I really was going crazy on the sex. Like, really crazy. And I had to like really calm the fuck down and be like, yo, like, what are you doing? And I definitely think, like I said this before, like, I think like when COVID hit, it's kind of when I just like slowed down and was just like, I just calmed down. And I just kind of just really wanted to just value certain things and work on myself a little bit more. Because even things like this, like me painting and drawing and stuff like that, I stopped. Like, especially like I haven't done like an acrylic painting in like a year or two. Even though acrylic isn't like my favorite media to work with, but it's still something I like to do. And I like to experiment. And I feel like, you know, like I was just always focusing on guys. And I feel like that's a form of addiction. I feel like you get addicted to like, you get addicted to geez, why can't I fucking say it? I feel like you get addicted to not necessarily guys, but like the thought of being with somebody so much that you compromise your values to like to another like extent, and then you don't, and then you kind of just spiral and you do a lot of shit that you kind of like wish you didn't do. And I feel like that can come into like the form of like a sex addiction. And I don't want to say like I've ever really had like a sex addiction, but I mean like I've went crazy a few times. Wow. How did it fall? No. I needed you. How did it fall for real? Bro, I'm not even picking this shit up. I really don't care. But when it comes to like sex addiction, that could be tricky because sometimes you don't even know that you have a problem until you have a problem. You know what I mean? And I think this is gonna be like a more like elaborate story time. This definitely could be a story time, but like one time I was in a crackhead's house, guys. A whole crackhead's house. A whole crackhead. Not a half crackhead, a whole fucking crackhead. And it's like, you know, like that meme, it's like, how did I end up here? Like, oh my god, I wish I could find it. Like, it's like you're wondering how I ended up in this situation. It's like something like that. And then that's just like me in that moment. Like, how did I fucking end up in this shit? Like, real talk. Like realistically speaking, how did I end up in this? Because this is crazy. Like, why am I in like a whole crackhead's house? And then I just had to really like reevaluate my life, and I do that a lot. Like, damn, like anytime some bullshit happens to me in my life, I'm like, yo, I gotta reevaluate my life. Like, does anybody do that? Am I the only one? Because I feel like I always, like, anytime some shit happens, I'm like, yo, I need to reevaluate my life. I need to reevaluate. Do I reevaluate? Sometimes. A lot of times, no. But I do think about shit when certain situations happen. Because I was like, yo, I was, like, and that was a scary situation. Like, I was, like, afraid to leave that fucking dude's house. I was just scared. Because, like, he wasn't, like, frantic or anything. But, like, I don't know. Like his energy was just, like, it was so random. Like, I didn't want to like trigger him. So it was just like a scary situation. I'm not gonna lie. And I felt like because I was being so thirsty to do something, I completely missed the red flags in this fucking guy. Completely missed that shit. And I'm just like, wow, like, how could I have missed all these fucking signs? And when you're thinking with your dick, you miss a lot of shit. Because you don't give a fuck. You're just trying to fuck. And I feel like this form of addiction is, like, so dangerous. And even if it's not, like, an addiction, just, like, when you're engaging in it in an addictive way, it could be so dangerous because it's like you're like throwing away your inhibitions even when you're sober, and you're not trying to like think clearly. You're just trying to get your nut, and you're trying to dip X, Y, and Z, and like, yeah, whatever. But you, like, the thought process is not being, I don't know, it's not like thorough. I don't know if I'm making sense right now, y'all. I don't know if it makes sense, but it's like, you know, like, your thought process is being hindered because you're trying to meet this goal and you're not thinking clearly. Something that drugs will make you do. And that's kind of why, like, I feel like sex addiction is like super duper. I mean, I think any type of addiction can be crazy and detrimental, but you know, there's definitely levels to it, and this one is definitely top tier, like negative energy level. Because like, what can you really take from this? Like, what can it do for you? Because after you done have sex and then you feel used, or the other person feels used, and you feel like shit, and you're like, damn, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, like, it's a very, like, it's a low risk, low reward type. It's a high risk, high reward type of thing. Even when the risk doesn't seem like super high, like, it just, you know, you never know. Like, sometimes you're inviting people to your house, you're going to people's places, you don't know this person. Like, you're you know what I'm saying? Like, you're taking a lot of chances and a lot of things. And I'm not saying, like, I've never done anything like that. But it's just, it's just a thought process, especially as like gay guys. Like we just do a lot of dumb shit, and we're just like, whatever. And you know, nine times out of 10, more than likely, ain't shit gonna happen besides what you guys discussed was gonna happen. But sometimes, you know, you get like a real crazy, like I did, like a whole crackhead. And I'm just like, why is this my life? Like, how did I get a crackhead? And it was just like not thinking clearly. Not thinking clearly at all. Oh my god, yo, my teeth is killing me. It's killing me. Jesus. Oof. Jesus. Oof. God. Oof. Yeah, I gotta go take some painkillers after this. Cause this is not it. This is not the wave. This is not the wave. But you know, I just want you guys to be careful. I sound like a dad now, like an old dad. But you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like everybody's gonna make their decisions. People are gonna do what they want to do, and that's totally fine. But like y'all, don't avoid the red flags. Like when you see the red flags, they're there for a reason. They're there for you to fucking look at it and make a decision and be like, all right, like yo, I gotta go. My bad. Something happened. Something came up. Like it's okay to like leave. Because I've definitely had like awkward situations where I'm like, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Like this is weird. And I just did. I was like, fuck that guy. But you know, different forms of addiction, and I want to like segue from the sex to like love addiction, because it's like it goes hand in hand, especially like as gay guys, I think like we yearn for love the most because I think like we never like got it to like the level that a lot of us should have gotten it growing up, and we kind of just crave it to like to like a really ridiculous extent, to be honest. And it's like it's understandable because when you feel ostracized for like your whole life, you kind of, you know what I'm saying, like you want to be able to confide in somebody. You want to be able to share your thoughts and your deep secrets and your insecurities and your goals and your future and your, you know what I'm saying, like all the things that are you know, you want to share that with somebody so bad, and it's like that connection. And I think that yearning for a connection like that can also be addictive, and I think that's why it kind of goes into like the sex addiction kind of thing, because it's like a lot of times, and I said this before, like a lot of times, sometimes it's not even like people that want sex, it's just like you want to be with somebody, so like the easiest way to fucking cats are fighting. And sometimes the easiest way to be in somebody's company is to have sex with them. Especially guys, like some of these guys will fuck anything. Anybody. But it's true. And a lot of times it's like we put ourselves in these positions to just, okay, like, well, you know, I might not have somebody super close to me, but like this will do. And we lie to ourselves and tell ourselves all types of bullshit to feel like, you know, that comfort of having somebody next to you, laying next to you, being intimate, like those intimate moments, to have those feelings are very, very addictive. That's why sometimes you could love somebody and it could turn controlling. Because you don't, like, sometimes people don't want to lose that, so then they'll do anything in their power to, like, prevent the other person from, like, finding any form of, like, not even necessarily, like, escape, but you know what I mean, like, they just, like, you know, like, you have a fear of losing somebody or something so much that you do anything in your power to stop them from, like, just living, and you cage that person. And it's kind of like, it's not even an on purpose type of thing. It's just, sometimes it's just straight up nature, but it's a toxic thing to do. It's very toxic. So it's, you know what I'm saying, like, it's just one of those things where things that people do, and that doesn't help anybody in the long run, realistically speaking. So when I say, like, you know, it's not always about, like, sex, you know, and it's so crazy because, like, people like a lot of times people stereotype gay guys as, like, hypersexual and things like that. And I think deep down inside, like, yes, that is true, but I think the sex is a coping mechanism. Oh my God, I can't talk. A lot of times, guys use sex as a coping mechanism. It's not even like, oh, I'm always horny all the time and X, Y, and Z. Like, sometimes it's like, you just want somebody next to you, and it's like, shit, well, the only way I'm going to do it is if I swing some dick or give some ass. And yes, it is sad. And, you know, we could do better as a community, but at the end of the day, like, we have a lot of healing to do, and we have a lot of reflecting as a community, and it's just not going to happen overnight. Like, there's still, like, DL dudes that are, like, hiding in the closet on Grindr, like, no profile pictures, no fucking bio, no nothing, and be messaging like, hi. And I'm like, hello, like, who am I talking to? What the fuck? Like, so when we have a lot of growing to do as a community, and it's just not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen in 5 years. It's not gonna happen in 10. It ain't happening in 20. Like, there's just years that's just gonna have to go by where, like, people can really feel comfortable in society to really open up and have these conversations little by little. Like, we're having them now, but it's not at the rate where I think it should be. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, it's step by step, and things take time, and we have to be patient. You know, that's just how humans work. Like, you know, like, a lot of things make sense on paper, but, you know, for people to, like, really follow how they feel and follow intuition and stuff like that, it takes a lot of, like, it takes a level of, I don't want to be like self-love, but it takes a level of acceptance. And, like, and yes, some people are strong enough to accept themselves no matter what other people think, but some people aren't. And it's not for us to, like, judge people to a hardcore where we're like, oh, well, you're not like that, or you're well, you weren't like so and so, so I don't need to talk to you and X, Y, and Z. But, like, we, like, realize that everybody's different, and everybody has their own pace that they're going. So we have to leave the door open for the people that come in late. We can't just shut people out because it's our time and we're on time and all this shit. We have to be able to give grace to people who need the time and are taking their time to figure out themselves. So, you know, when it comes to love, and not only, you know, and I'm gonna use RuPaul's quote, you know, how could you gotta love to love somebody else, you gotta love yourself. And I'm pretty sure I butchered it, but, like, it's something like that. You have to be able to love yourself first. And a lot of people don't know how to do that first. That's hard. That's super hard to really truly love yourself to your core. That's hard because sometimes a lot of people, they have demons and they cannot accept their demons, and sometimes their demons are bisexuality. I'm quoting Monica, but it's like a Twitter thing, like, you know. But yeah, so like a lot of people, we have to really give grace to the people that really and truly need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, I can't tell people what they should accept and not accept. I can only go off of what I'm seeing. And I know that, like, we have a problem in the community, but how do we get better? We have to be able to acknowledge it. Because if we don't acknowledge it, like, you know, where are we going to go? If we can't acknowledge our own problems, like, shit, you think other people are going to acknowledge our problems if we can't even acknowledge it? So, like, when I say, like, sex addiction and all that stuff, it comes from a place, in my opinion, like, I'm not a freaking research person, you know, but I should have looked up some articles too. I can, but like, there's water all over my desktop. I was trying to water my plants because I haven't watered them in like a week or two, and they're drying up. They look kind of crazy, to be honest. But you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm kind of on the mark with this one, on the mark, because I think this what I'm saying is on point in terms of this subject, anyways. Because a lot of times people just want love, and then when you can't get that, you gotta do this, the second best thing. And then when you look for something that you can't find, and that's why things turn into addiction, because you keep trying to find that peak and that high that you're searching for. So you keep looking, you keep doing it again, doing it again until you're trying to find. So it does turn into an addiction. Like, yo, oh my God, y'all, I'm a researcher. Yo, let me stop. I'm really out here telling the facts. But I'm joking though. But I'm just saying this from an opinion standpoint. I'm not trying to base everything. I'm not saying this is facts, or you should do this or do that. Like, no. I'm just saying, like, from my experience and like from my observation, like, this is what I see. This is what I've noticed. And yeah. But another thing I really wanted to touch on, we're gonna segue back into like the drug use a little bit. It's like a lot of guys casually just offer. Like, I had this guy, and it was like on Scruff, right? And he was bugging the fuck out. Like, y'all, he was bugging out. Like, for no reason too. Like, no reason. Like, he's like, hey, you should come over. Mind you, no profile, like, no Facebook, no nothing. He just sends like a picture of his ass, and he's like, do you want to have sex with me? And I'm just like, I'm at work. And I'm like, and I'm not, like, I think a lot of guys are selective, and I don't think I'm any different. So I'm just like, what would really, like, what's gonna really entice me to be like, yo, I really want to have sex with this guy? Like, I think he was like in his 40s or some shit. Like I said, no profile picture. Like, I don't know what you look like. I kind of need to know what you look like in order for me to have sex with you. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I just, you know, I need to find you attractive. Like, I'm not putting a paper bag over your head. And it's just like, and I feel like it's just the level of desperation that like he was showing, and this is why I feel like he was like a sex addict. I'm just assuming, I'm just talking shit, but like, hear me out, hear me out. Hear me out. It's the behavioral patterns, and sometimes a lot of older guys show this more than younger men, and you know, there's definitely like that stigma, like when you turn a certain age, you kind of turn invisible to in the community. But that's for another video, y'all. But like, he was just going like so hard, and I'm just like, and at one point I just stopped responding because I just like, it was just becoming so overwhelming, and I'm just like, bro, like, probably not gonna have sex with you, so like, I would like for you to take a hint, because this is not real life, this is online, and you need to relax. And a lot of times some of these guys don't know how to handle that. Like, he literally was spamming me, like, oh my god. At first, like, when I didn't respond back, after he like sent me like his ass pics and all this shit, and I was just like, oh my god, I don't want to do this. I really don't. And you know, I stopped responding because I'm at work, and like, everything is like peace and cute right now at work, and I just don't want nobody saying no shit to me. Like, oh, why are you on your phone? Da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that type of smoke right now. So I stopped responding back to him. So like, he messaged me back. He's like, fine, whatever, you know, your loss. I was like, okay. I didn't respond back to that either. I just looked at the message. And then he like spams me again. And then he's like, you're gonna miss out on the sweet ass. You know, I have money, I have drugs. And I'm just like, oh my god. Block. Because that's kind of when I realized, because that was a red flag. Like, why are you going crazy over like a response that I didn't even give you? You know what I mean? Like why? Like, for what reason were you doing all that? For what? Because it's still like, it wouldn't have changed my mind. Like, I'm not a fucking prostitute. Like, he's like, I have money, I have drugs. I'm like, and this is what I mean, like, when I say like, I don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not somebody that like that wouldn't entice me. That really wouldn't entice me. Like, when I'm like, if I go on apps and certain things like that, and I really like want to do something, I really just genuinely want to like have a good time. Like, you know, I'm still single. Why? And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking to make a quick buck. I'm not looking for a sugar daddy. I'm not looking for anything like that. I just want to have a good time, have a cute little moment, and dip. And if it was a really good time, maybe I want to see you again. But if you're fucking crazy, and you know, I'm not interested in you, and you're being, you know, you're doing the absolute most, like, where is that gonna get you? And this is why I feel, this is kind of where like, you know, we're gonna ping pong back on different subjects, because, you know, being addicted to Grindr in itself is like another thing. But this is why I feel like, you know, a lot of times guys get addicted to the feeling, and then they lash out when they don't get what they thought they were gonna get. Cause I'm just like, I literally didn't even say anything to him. I wish I didn't unblock him so I could fucking show like the messages. Like, I wouldn't show him. I mean, granted, like, I don't have a picture of him. He just sent like his ass. I don't know what he wanted me to do with that, but it was just like, it's the behavioral patterns for me that was just like, this is scary a little bit. Like, this is not like you're like it's like the irrational responses and like you know what I'm saying, like it's like the response to the rejection, because I guess you know like no response is a rejection, which it is, to be honest. Like if someone doesn't like if you text somebody and they don't respond to you like within a certain time frame, and especially if they're online and it's telling you they're online and things like that, they didn't want to talk to you, so therefore like you got rejected. And it's like a lot of times some of these guys, they don't know how to fucking handle that. Like I remember like one time in the morning I woke up and I fucking saw that I had gotten a notification, so I checked it, but I was so tired. And the dude, like, he was like an older man, because it was scruff, so like there's like way more older guys. I mean, there's older guys in all the apps, but the demographic on this is definitely older guys, like, period. Like the older guys just take over the app. But he messaged me and I responded. I didn't even respond. Like I liked. He sent me a picture and I liked it by accident. I was like so tired, and I fell asleep. I fell right back asleep. So then I woke up when I actually like, woke up. I'm like seeing this message like, hey, what happened? Where'd you go? Da 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 da. All this shit. I was just like, what the fuck, bro? I just accidentally liked the picture. Like what? And like he wouldn't stop messaging me like, oh my god, like what happened? Like what are you doing? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? And God's plan is happening right now. Like what? Like why is it that like somebody feels the need to spam you like 100 gazillion times, and it's like, hello, you're having a one-sided conversation. You probably should wait till you get a response, or not. But it's just, it's like like I said, it's like the behavioral patterns that I just noticed, and I kind of red flag. I think once I see certain shit, I just automatically red flag it. Because there's times like I've met up with guys and like maybe it didn't go so well or whatever the case may be, or maybe because I low-key still like them, I was like, well, like, you want to hang out? And they didn't respond back. I'm not fucking spamming them like, oh, you fucking stupid ass bitch, fuck you, you know, why aren't you answering back? Like, I'm like, they don't owe me shit. They don't owe me nothing, bro. But I feel like with some of these guys, hold on, I'm gonna check the timestamp for this because I don't know how long this is yet. 48 minutes. 48. But I feel like, so I'm probably gonna do like an hour and 10. Hour and 10, right? That's cute. And I feel like, you know, because a lot of times these guys can't handle the rejection, and I don't know, is it because like when you get older, like you just don't get as much attention, or like you feel phased out or whatever? I really don't know. Like I'm not up there in age yet, so I can't really empathize on certain things, or sympathize. I really can't, because I just don't. I don't know. I really don't. But what I can tell you, I think at this age that I'm at, like, rejection is something I feel like I can handle. And I say that because I've been in situations where like I've got rejected, or I've gotten like waitlisted or fucking or fucking or or you know, just like place it aside or all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been through all of that, so I you know what I'm saying? I know what it feels like. It sucks. It's not a good feeling. Yo, look how wet my hands are. It's not a good feeling. You feel like shit, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you wasted your time. And, you know, you kind of hold like a resentment towards like that guy or whatever. But there's also moments where you could grow from these things. I need a little brush. Where you could grow from these things and, you know, really take something from it. And instead of being angry or like bitter or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, just take it as a learning lesson and just move forward instead of just fucking sitting there being angry and fucking Grinder or some other app or Tinder or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like the desperation comes in because it's that loneliness kicking in. It's that feeling of just not being accepted, and I think especially like when it's by your peers, or like not even necessarily peers, or like by your own, you know, demographic. Let's just say that, because I feel like peers is like more geared towards like age and stuff like that. But like even like your demographic. So when you feel like pushed aside and, you know, like abandoned and things like that, that kind of fucks with you. So I kind of see like where like some of these guys come from, but I don't feel like it's an excuse to really to do certain things and behave certain ways, because like it doesn't do anybody any good. Like it really doesn't. And I think like the biggest contributor to this of all is just be online and just being on like Grindr and like all these apps. Like they're such big contributors to just, you know, feeling like shit a lot of times, and feeling like you're like feeling like you're inadequate and feeling like you're less than, because when it's like online, people are so much harsher than in real life. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like, if you go to a bar and, you know, dude trying to talk to you, like, if a dude trying to talk to me, like, if he looks good, he, you know, I don't care if he's like older or whatever the case may be. I just need to find you attractive. I think that's kind of like my base point. Like, if I think you're attractive, then fine. But if I don't find you attractive, like, I can't. It's going to be real hard for me to do something with that. Because then I genuinely would not be into you. And I'm not saying, like, looks are everything, because, like, it's not. But I think, you know, like, from building an initial... you know, connection, you need something to reel somebody, and you, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you need something. So if the person finds you attractive, that's a start. Or if you have like really good conversation, that's a start. But you have to have something that's gonna entice the other person that you're trying to attract. But I think that's gonna be it for the talk. We're gonna ramble a little bit more. We got like 10 more minutes. We got like 10 more minutes. I'm watching the clock. like I said, I was gonna finish this painting anytime soon. There's like layers and layers that I have to do, but this is like a really fun painting though. So I think we're just gonna go on like a little rant, because I kind of like broke down what I needed to broke down. So like I feel like a lot of these like grinder and drugs and, you know, loneliness and sex and all these things, like all these forms, all these things that can form like different forms of addiction and things like that, it always stems from something. I feel like it stems from the lack of, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get real philosophical right now, even though like I kind of already like, you know, talked about it a little bit, but I feel like when you're lacking in certain things, you seek other things to fill that void. So like when you're lacking love, you seek sex because it's easy and it's convenient. When you're lacking validation or whatever, or like or praise, you go on social media and you post shit that might not even be authentically you. You just want to get the attention. Or like when you're depressed, you might go to like Burger King or Taco Bell 3 o'clock in the night and like order a fucking Crunchwrap Supreme with like a burrito bowl and a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like we feel a lot of things. Like we feel a lot of, we try to fill the void with things that don't help and that are counterproductive. Ooh, jeez, my neck, y'all, my neck. So, you know what I mean? Just filling the void with shit that ain't doing nothing for us, ain't gonna help us, but in that moment it feels good, so we keep doing it because it's, you know, instead of searching for something more stable, we seek momentary things. Ooh, this is actually kind of coming out kind of cute. Hold on, let me let's get some colors in this. Ooh, hold on, now wait, bitch. Wait, what the fuck? Oh no, this should look. Oh, hold on. Oh, yo, looking smooth. Wow, I actually like that blend. I like that blend. But you know what I mean? Like, ooh, my teeth. Oh. We gotta get up soon. Yeah, I'm trying to really like set this up so like when I come back to it, I'll know what to do. But like right now, everything is just hurting. Well, in terms of like my jaw. Like the dentist really yanked on my shit, y'all. Like he really yanked on my shit. He really did. And he didn't give a fuck. movie did not give one single frick at all. But I think that's gonna be the. I think one thing like that's hard with acrylic is getting certain shades and like certain tones, because I don't want to start putting black and outlining it and get like the real values of it, because I still want to put in like certain things. But that's gonna be like honestly at this point, this is gonna be the video. Ooh. Yeah, this is gonna be the video for y'all. Like at this, guys, I was holding on, but this damn. I might have a dry socket. I don't know what I have yet. It's not like. It is an excruciating pain, but it's not crazy. It is. I wasn't expecting it to be like this though, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's gonna be the video, and I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys got something from it. I hope that, you know, you guys are careful with things that you do. Like, I'm not trying to sound like preachy judgy or like Mr. Know-It-All. I'm not really like, at the end of the day, like, I want y'all to live your lives. I hope I'm in frame. I hope I'm in frame. I hope so. But I want you to live your lives, and I want you, you know what I'm saying? I just want people to be careful of things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to keep making the same mistakes over and over. Like, we can learn from it and move forward. But in order to do that, we gotta acknowledge where we went wrong. So that's gonna be the video. And like I said, I'm not endorsing nothing. Y'all ain't hear me endorse nothing. Right? If you ever decide that you wanna try something, don't say I told you to do it. I ain't tell nobody to do nothing. But thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you like it. If you made it this far, you're an actual fucking OG. And I just don't know how to thank you. I really don't. But I thank you though. Truly and deeply from mi corazón. Mi corazón. Te amo. Yo te amo para ti. That's like some Spanglish right there. But thanks guys for watching the video. Hope you like it. I will post more updates of the painting on my Instagram. There's just a lot of work here to do. There's some more layers I have to like blend in and things like that. So this is like maybe like halfway done. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you will watch my next video. Bye.